child's cradle. A druid. Been serving the Brockvar clan since Agnar. Udalric's granddad was Jarl. A guard saw what happened. Those weren't bears. They were a letter. I told you.
A letter from Berna to Arnvald, instructing him how to spike the mead.
A storm broke out and Aki fell overboard. Udalric had his hands full with the sails. Didn't hear his brother until it was too late.
Yeah!
After you, then. Aki and Udalric both lived here. Maybe that's why. All in the Isles know Jarl Udalric hears the voices of the gods. All right, I'll be back soon. All right, let me know when you're ready. All will be fine, you'll see. An old bread hearth.
And
a lone shoe. And like him, he paid attention to how he looked.
And I count on you to help me fulfill that dream. And I know the colours those men wore. That was the clan Twir Tartan.
And if he grows too high and mighty, father'll cut him down to size. You can be sure of that.
And it could have something to do with that sword.
And it's sure to give as good as it gets.
And remember, if we can't think of a good trick, we can still do it your way.
And the more dangerous it will be to you.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
Ugh, bygone days.
Arnvald! Stop, damn it! Arnvald, help us, and I'll ask my dad to grant you an honourable death. I'll insist.
Arnvald's tunic? Only he wears this kind. As custom has it, the clan's sword should go to the firstborn son, Udalric. But his father gave Brockvar to his little brother, Aki. As long as my name is not Yennefer, no one will call you henpecked for that.
Because I want to hear why you betrayed my father, my brother, and our clan. Say it to my face!
Berserkers. But how'd they come to be here? Besides, now we've got the sword. We'll soon see if that's what it's about.
Birna brands.
Blood and marjoram. The taste of human flesh and a substance that triggers visions. That well could have caused the rage. Maybe even the transformation. Both methods seem risky, but I still think we should try the trick. Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. Bran the Conqueror is a hero to Clan Twirsik. He took Skellige's crown by force, was killed soon after. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in? But folks say the Black Ones will attack sooner or later. When they do, I'm glad Hjalmar will lead us into battle. But he's done with that now, right?
But I beat you.
But no.
Every step of the way, I have to prove I'm fit to be queen.
But perfume soaked through the parchment. A very strong scent, you know. Still to be sensed.
But the hand is that of a woman. And you...
But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers. And everyone loved him again. But, well, I heard you fell out over something, or someone. But when he saw your son safe and sound, he'd have had to go. But when it saw the babe was whole, unharmed, it had to go. You're free, Jarl.
But why? Why'd you do it?
But you and Yennefer had already met. But you'll have to tell him what this Witcher's method's about. Come on, Geralt. I'm the same lass I was, save for the title. Not a thing's changed.
Come on, we could find some clues there.
Come on already.
Curious. Never heard you voice that idea. But I do know one who never stops saying it. Da says he's the only reasonable man in the whole clan.
Did you see their tartans? Clan Twirsik colours.
Didn't have to. Look, a hare.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Don't care. I don't believe it's the gods talking. Have you seen him? He's covered in scars. Drink to me. Drink to my health.
Drogadar. Drakeborn Du. Blue Boy Lugos. Yalborn Otreg. Take some time, mention them all.
His throat bulged like a blowfish. Face went red, but he kept drinking. Folk started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, Lugos, Lugos.
Ever see anything like that?
Faster! Faster!
Few men would have had the courage. Fine. See you.
Follow me, Geralt!
For what? You're talking rubbish.
Forgive him, Jarl. Geralt's got more to learn about our customs. Geralt! Geralt, come! Think an idea.
Geralt! Here!
Geralt, wait.
Geralt, we need him alive. Geralt, you said it was over. Geralt? Why are you here? God, we might have been burned alive.
Good decision.
Good luck, Geralt.
Good thing Dad's got other worries on his mind.
Great. Let's try it.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now. Ha! Got him! Farewell, Geralt.
Have you found her?
He didn't expect to be pursued. Might not have managed to take everything. He fled. Oh, heard us, didn't you? Here, beneath the sacred oak, I pledge to be a good queen to the ones and the others.
Here's his room. Arnvald slept there by the wall.
He's dead, and I wager it was you who silenced him. He's loyal to the clan, so he'd never say openly. But he suggested that Udalric's troubles likely come from Aki. Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Hjalmar.
Hjalmar wastes his time arguing with me. And I really don't know why. Everyone says I've no chance against him when it comes to the crown.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know herbs better.
Hjort was the one really got me thinking. He told me Udalric started hearing voices right after Aki's death. Hjort thought that important.
Useless.
And what about the other method?
I can't leave the Isles now. It's impossible. What I can do is give you my best warrior.
Hooray! Axe handles rotten! Hurry it up, old man!
I've asked him about it. He said the voices command him to hurt himself for the glory of the gods. I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt. I believed it once. But now, considering certain things, I think he's just haunted. And it's his dead brother that's haunting him.
I can't believe he could be so stupid. Oh, God, I've known him all my life.
I can't go. But do forgive me. Hjalmar's given me tasks, important ones. He's my king now. I can't just abandon him.
I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'd never do that.
I don't know about that. He's more mule-headed than my father, but I'll try a course. I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But I do think whatever happened at sea that day, well, it's affecting Udalric right now. Powerfully so.
I have to!
I heard you helped Lugos. As you helped me with the Haim. I just wonder why she let you come here alone.
I know some would see another in my place. I know you're doubtful. But we should at least try to find a way to trick the Haim. I lost. I must unite the clans. I'd rather avoid war, but if Nilfgaard aims to attack, we must repel them together. I really hope Hjalmar's doing something useful, not just looking for a fight. I see. If something were to go wrong, it's true. So be it. Let's get Udalric. I thank those who stood at my side.
I think not. It's not the gods, it's Aki. I think we've to give Brockvar to Aki, and he'll leave Udalric alone.
I thought Aki's ghost would want it back. I told Geralt of Aki. We concluded that I want peace and prosperity to reign in Skellige.
I wanted to help Udalric.
I was wrong to say that. Wrong about you. The way you trusted me, a complete stranger almost. It was something. I will.
I won't go until I help Udalric. I'd have made no such thing if you'd only trusted me. I'd have never let your baby hurt, you know that.
If she succeeded, Svanrige would have been left, the only claimant to Skellige's throne. If we fail to think of anything, we can always try the Witcher's way.
If you call the strife in his heart and head a battle.
I'll go with him. He seems confused. I'll stay a few days, make sure he's healthy. And you? Gonna stay on Speakerog? I'll wait by the stables. I'm first! Behold, Hjalmar's axe! I beat the famous White Wolf.
I'm ready. I'm sure of it. In fact, I think he'll be overjoyed. Come on, you know him.
I'm sure Yennefer must be growing impatient.
In the meantime, get a fire going in the oven.
In the oven! Throw him in the oven!
Instructions on how to spike the mead. Some promises. But it's neither signed nor sealed. Is that why you wouldn't trust me with the Haim? It was just a bad idea. It might have happened before they brought the drink upstairs. In the cellars, maybe. It was a trick. We wanted to cheat the creature that haunts you. It was her after all.
It would have, if I'd only found the sword.
It'll have to be. We shouldn't delay. Time to gather the Earls. It's Berna Bran, isn't it? It's Brockvar, the ancestral sword of Udalric's clan. I needed to lift the curse that holds Udalric. It's got to be. We shouldn't delay any longer. Time to gather the Earls.
It's her. She's behind all this, isn't she? It's just, after Udalric solving his grief, I thought I'd gained some respect. Thought they were taking me serious.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
It's obvious. She schemed this up to get rid of the other claimants. Slander our clan in the process. It's our belief that the greatest thing a man can offer is his pain, his suffering, the pure sacrifice.
It's too soon to pass judgment. It could be a ruse, a plot to deceive us. You find anything?
I've as much right to it as you do. I've asked around, here and there, visited our druids on Ard Skellig and Freya's priestesses on Hindersfjorl, and I've talked to Yort.
I've better. I've a witness. Arnvald. I've talked to Yort. He swears Udalric didn't start hearing voices till after Aki's death. And I don't think Yort's mistaken. He knew both those boys from the cradle. Join with us, Geralt. Celebrate. We've a new king.
Just please don't tell me you have to consult Yennefer on such things as well. Knew there'd be trouble. It was all too calm.
Knock him off the horse! Leave that! We must flee this place!
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more than I did. Let's get to work. Search every nook. Turn things upside down if need be. Let's go back. Let's look around.
Let's think. They had to use the entrance we used. Maybe they left some prints behind. Long as I remember, folk have said Udalric's the chosen one. The one the gods speak to. Long story. Years ago, Udalric and his little brother butted heads over the sword. Look! It's him!
Look, there they are. Looks old. Must have been Udalric's knackies.
Might say he got his wish. Must say I envy you that. My brother walks his own paths.
My father or each other. All in the finest Skellige tradition. Haven't had a good civil war in ages. Naturally, I'd rather be standing where he is now. But my brother's strong and he's got charisma. I believe folk will follow him.
Need a good slapping.
Never liked it. Horribly suffocating. Might have guessed it was her. No, but I've no witcher senses at my disposal. You must hear the hair growing on my head.
No. Dad's been keeping my dear brother's feet in the ground. No doubt he'll be valiant. I hope he proves useful too. Good luck.
No gods command men to do such things.
No, it can't be.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost.
Not a hair on the tyke's head would have been harmed.
Not that you're especially different. Seems to happen to all men. Nothing. Not a thing. Just got the impression she doesn't like to let you out of her sight. Nothing. I've just noticed that you're often of one mind. One rarely used, more like. When Hjalmar and I were little, we'd play here. Once, oh, my head. Pain's just awful. Our rivalry's one thing, but we share the same blood. That's what really counts.
Perhaps you're right.
Priestesses and druids wouldn't say much, but they agreed there's not much in the holy tomes about the gods commanding folk to hurt themselves. Pull yourself together, Cinna. How'd they get in? Really? Thanks. So I can go see Udalric?
Right behind you.
Said yourself, you can't know the details. So no, nothing else. You simply gotta trust me. Saw him in the main hall with the servants. Let's go.
See you, Witcher.
Serious enough for Udalric to break a sacred law here in Skellige. He openly questioned his father's decision.
7 years of bad luck for the fool who shattered this.
Should be you, 'cause you've got fur growing on your chin, that it?
Should still work. So long as carrion crows haven't made their nests in the chimney.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
Since childhood. He was always tight-lipped, secretive, but never hurt a fly.
So, shall we try trekking it first? So, can we start?
So do I.
So, did you find the sword?
So? Find anything?
Some folk on the Isle had the same doubt, but none would mention it aloud.
Sounds unpleasant.
Any way to defeat it?
Step careful there. Still can't believe Arnvald played a part in it.
Take a rowdy Skelliger, a brave knight or a tough witcher. you all end up wrapped around some woman's finger. Take him. Thank you. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Thanks. Thanks for your help, Geralt. But I've got to get the sword.
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honour.
That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugus, Madman Lugus's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
That's putting it mildly. We've clues to examine, things to consider. We must find out how this came to be, elsewise we... That's unavoidable, I'm afraid. It's not just Hjalmar. Everyone wants it. The babe would have been fine. Round back the oven there's another door. I'd have pulled the child out before the flames could even warm him. The guest room. Come. The haunted house, you mean? It's hardly cosy, but I wager you've slept in worse conditions.
The Heim won't leave on its own. This isn't over!
The Heim would have thought Geralt killed the child. He'd have had to abandon you for the Witcher. The Heim would have thought you'd killed the tyke. It would have abandoned Udalric. I'd have showed it the babe then, safe and sound. It would have had to go.
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of battle. The spirit! The stuff of fairy tales, legends. But it seems to make sense, right? The sword! Where's the sword? I've got to go back!
The thing will need to convene. Let's go.
The Witcher committed no crime. You'll find neither despair nor guilt here. Only shock and relief. The Witcher will be with you. You'll manage, I know it.
Then, from the other side of the room, we heard this roar. Suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls. There's a door the other side. I'd have pulled the little one out of the oven right away. No flames would have touched him.
There's always been strife between our clans. But I must try and talk to him. Just might bring him around. There's another exit behind the barrels, but they're too heavy. We'll never move them. They chained Udalric to a pile, up to his waist in the sea. Spent 3 days like that. When his punishment ended, he and Aki sailed out to fish. They were waiting for him.
They're all very understanding. They seem to believe in me. Besides Lugos, of course. Think that important. Though I will admit you're not all bad. You trusted me, a complete stranger nearly. Few would have had the courage.
Thought you'd be sulking.
Too small for a door key. I might just know what it fits. Let's get back to Kertrolda. 'Twas my father's cub-bearer, Arnvald, who helped him. Berna bribed Arnvald. He tried to kill me and the Witcher. Udalric.
Udalric? The voice has commanded him to poke out his eye.
Ah, stop your shite boasting. Ugh. The stench. Is that vodka?
Uh-huh. Berserkers. To listen, learn and listen again. Then we'll see. Wait! Are you mad? You're going to kill folk before we've learned what happened. Want your mug smacked? Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
War's death and destruction. Even if it's in defence. Yes, I'd rather avoid it if there were a way.
Watch out! We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about? We did. Farewell, Witcher. Favourable winds and following seas to you.
We keep the poison at the cellar's other end down below. Come, I'll show you.
We must find the traitors quickly. Elsewise the warriors will take matters into their own hands. Castle's abuzz already.
We should take everything anyway. Never know what could be important.
We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds. We use sea outings as cures for many things. Sadly, this time it didn't work.
We best go back to the week.
Well? Know what it is? Well, maybe no one's thought up a trick that was good enough. We're close to the gods in Skellige, and the chummier you are, the greater the offering you make. We've always argued, but I thought something like this. Thought he'd show some respect, but he's just attacking me.
We've got to search his room.
What happened? Where am I? What? What do you mean?
What is it? What is it about her? What is it that draws you?
What are you saying?
What's that?
What's this? What's this other way? What's wrong with him?
When I get my hands on him.
When I spoke of men, how they're... About you and Yennefer. Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking.
Where's Yennefer?
Who? Me and Hjalmar? You must be mad. Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose. Will you tell the Council of Jarls of the plot? Won't you feel silly? Going into battle arm in arm with a woman?
Worked out in the end. That's important. Thanks for your help.
Yes, I have a plan. One that just might work. Yes, the last thing Udalric needed more of. Thanks for your help. Yes. So for this to work, if either of us has an idea, we can't tell the other one about it.
You and my da, you were mates once, right? You can count on me, Geralt. Soon as the race for the crown settled. You had them serve poison mead to the berserkers. You have it? Then what are we waiting for? We've got to see Udalric.
You know our customs well. You must put him in the oven. Trust me. You think that I'm... Would I try to kill Udalric?
You were never a good liar, Arnvald. You'll not get away!
Your feeling's right. There was an accident. You're an idiot as a brother, but you'll make a good king.
You're right. I helped prepare for the feast. I'd have noticed.
You're right.
Till later, Geralt.
You've been tricked. You must go. You've got to wait for me here. I won't be long. Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Cintron wheat and started chugging.